Welcome back, Global War 1939. We are moving on to round two in this game, and Germany will start us off. Um, so this is going to be a pretty simple turn comparative to the previous turn. Not as much is going on. It's going to be two declarations of combat, and then the rest will be unit placement and non-combat moves. So let's take a look at our purchase options. So we have $89 to spend after the first round. Not the highest. The highest I've ever seen was 98, I believe. But that involves a lot of luck on the way the French territories roll after the fall of Paris. So don't expect something like that every turn or every game. But for our first purchase, we're going to go with an SS Infantry, 2 Mark IVs, and 2 SS Mechanized for 25. This is these units here. This is the max that we're allowed to buy every round, starting on round 2. Our infantry corps definitely took a beating from the first round, so we need to start replacing them. So we got 8 infantry and 1 artillery for 28. And we're going to bolster up our armor divisions. We're going to get 4 medium tanks, and our Air Force definitely took a beating, so we're going to start getting some more planes on the map. So we're going to get a tactical bomber, and that comes to 36 for the tanks and the plane. Our allies, they'll produce for us as well. We have Finland and Hungary, both giving us an infantry, Romania 2 infantry, and Bulgaria 1 artillery. All right, so let's take a look at the map and go with our attacks. So with we're going into Bordeaux. We're going to go with artillery, a mech, cavalry from Reims, and 1 medium armor from Paris. So, all right. So the mech, artillery, and cavalry roll at a 3. 3 or less. 8, 4, 7. Not good. All right, so the armor rolls at a 6. 8. French get to return fire at 4. 8. Round 2. The cavalry, mech, artillery at a 3. 9, 9, 8. Medium armor at a 6. Roll to 6. Perfect. So we got our hit. The French return fire at a 2. All right. So we will lose the mech, and the French is killed, leaving this territory for the Germans. That is perfect. All right, so yeah, so the second attack, we're going to see zone 14. So we're going to bring the sub from 23 and go to 13 up to 14. Our 3 vessels from Sea Zone 18 will also be joining. So we got a cruiser, destroyer, and a sub. And then basically our entire Air Force, minus the transport planes, of course. So we got 2 medium bombers, 1 tactical, and then 4 veteran fighters. Okay, can you see all that? Kind of, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to go with our medium bombers and our destroyer. The subs don't get a first strike ability. I only have 2 subs. They have a destroyer, so we lose out on that ability. So it's just going to be straight combat for everyone. All right, so we got 5 dice at 4. 11, 7, 6, 10, 1, or 3, sorry. So we got 1 hit. 2 subs at 5. 3 and a 12. So that's 2 hits. Cruiser at 6. 5. Can you see that? Yeah, 5. So that's 3 hits. And then our 6 aircraft. They're hitting out of 7. All right, 11, 12, 10, 11, 4, and 1. So 2 more hits, so we're up to 5. Not the best showing, but 5 hits is still pretty decent. All right, they return fire. They got a 4, 1 dice at 4. Got a 5, 1 dice at 5. Got a 6. Can you see it? No, you can't see that. Got a 6. 2 cruisers at 6. 4 and a 10. So they got 1 hit. And then the battleship at an 8. 12. Perfect. All right, so we will lose 1 sub. And the 5. So so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems to be the fairest. Yes. All right. So 2 medium bombers and a destroyer at 4. 1, 5, 5. So it's 3 hits. We only needed a 2. That's great. Oh, the sub gets dropped down to a 4. So let's roll for that. An 8. He misses. The cruiser got a 2. So that's overkill. He gets 2 dice at 6. 10, 8. That is wonderful. That is the showing that we wanted. That is perfect. Now, I'm still expecting another counterattack. I'm not expecting this fleet to be here next round. But we didn't lose any planes. I was kind of worried about that battle, actually. I thought that was going to go a lot worse than what it did. But getting that fleet out of the water, meaning that the only thing the British have left are 2 destroyers and 1 French transport. That is huge. So basically, they need to rebuild their fleet. Germany's fleet is gone as well, so that's not good news. But forces the British to spend money on the ocean, so that's better than buying a bunch of tanks, right? All right. Outside of that, then we just got our non-combat moves and our unit placement. Oh, and all the planes flew back to Western Germany. Can they get there? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, sorry. All the fighters have to go to Oslo. Sorry about that. They don't have enough fuel to make it back to Western Germany. So they'll go to Oslo for now to refuel, get back to their air base. But the bombers definitely have enough. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. The bombers got enough to get back to Western Germany. All right. All right. So for non-combat moves, the 6 remaining medium armors in Paris, they're going to move down to the most northern territory in Italy. The cavalry from Reims going to follow suit and join up with the tanks. The infantry in Western Germany is going to move into Reims. The train in Austria is going to go back to Berlin. All forces in Bulgaria, Hungary, and the medium armor in Yugoslavia. So everything here is going to end up in Romania. And I'll clean up the map afterward. The fighter in Romania, he is going to fly up to Finland. So the flight path, so we're not going over Soviet territory. We are going to go. So we have movement of 5 because of the airbase. So Hungary, West Poland, 18, 20, and then that most northern territory in next to Helsinki. Sorry, but I had a phone call. All right, where were we? Yes, the fighter in Romania has a movement of 5 because of the airbase. He's going to go to Hungary, West Poland, Sea Zone 18, 20, and then that most eastern territory of Helsinki in Finland. And the rest of the Finnish army will join up in that territory as well. So we have a fair amount of infantry help defend Finland. And the fighter in Helsinki will also move over to this territory, what's called Flupur. Viipuri. And these infantry as well. So we got a nice stack of infantry there now. The transport Sea Zone 20 will go to 18, pick up the mech and the artillery in Denmark, go back to 20, and then drop them off in the same territory in Finland. All right. And the artillery in Narvik. He'll maneuver down to Oslo. All right. For Warsaw, the 3 medium tanks is going to move down to Hungary. As well as the artillery and 2 mechs. The other 2 mechs are staying behind in Warsaw. So these We're just going to chip all this out. All right, so that's a pretty decent stack of infantry. All right, so from there we just have unit placements. So let's get rid of the ally. So Hungary places 1 infantry. Finland produces 1 infantry. Romania will produce 2 for us. And Bulgaria, the artillery. From here, we'll place another artillery in Bulgaria with our colonial factory. Romania will produce our SS infantry and our 2 SS mechs. Will also go into Romania. 2 Mark IVs. Will go into Hungary, as well as a medium tank will also go into Hungary. Place 3 infantry in Paris. 3 medium tanks in Stettin. Our tactical bomber will go in Western Germany. We'll place another infantry in Helsinki with our colonial factory. And then the other 4 infantry will go in Western Germany. All right, so I think that covers everything off for income. Just 1 second. All right, so our base income is 60. We have 24 from our home country, 8 from France, Holland, Denmark, Norway, Finland. Poland gives us 3, so that's 3 here, 3 here, 3, another 2, 13 down here, and then the 4 we have in Africa. So it gives us a base income of 60. That's perfect. Plus so that's 60 for our base income, plus $15 for bonuses. And we get those bonuses from not being at war with the Soviet Union. So this is to represent the materials that the Soviets were giving Germany. The iron ore from Sweden, Norway, and then the 7 land territories that we need to have at least 1 unit in. Also gives us another 5. So we have an income of 75 next turn, which is pretty decent. All right, so that is it for the German turn, and we're going to pass things on to the Japanese. Again, thank you for watching, and have yourself a great day.